Hi, it's Dallas from Dallas. Imagine being born blind, having 25 eye surgeries before the age of 15, regaining sight to only losing it again. Now, imagine competing at the elite level under lights, being thrown high in the air by bases you cannot even see. Most people would call that impossible. But this is her story. Open hearts, endless motivation. This is Dallas Podcast.
We fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen, because what is seen is temporary, and what is unseen is eternal. Hi, my name is Finley Fears. I'm 8 years old, and 8 years ago I was born blind. The doctors were telling my parents that I would never be able to see, but God had different plans for me. The journey of the past 8 years were not always easy. You can just ask my parents. Oh wait, ask me. I'm the one who went through it all. The only thing that got me through it was knowing that God was with me every step of the way. And I know that God's going to be with you too. Because with God, all things are possible.
The video you just saw was of Finley as a little girl sharing her faith. Even then, she had strength that would carry her through the challenging times that most people can't even imagine. Her story is just unfolding. Today, she is 15. Finley, let's set this record straight. What do you see?
This question is near impossible to answer because whenever people ask me this, I ask them, I'm like, well, mine's almost impossible to explain. Can you explain to me what you see? But the medical terms of what I see is basically blindness is a huge spectrum. It goes from 2200 to completely nothing's there, completely blind. That's what I see in my right eye, completely nothing there. And whenever I tell people that I'm completely blind in that eye, they're like, oh, so you see black. And I'm like, no, I see nothing.
Why do they think you see black?
It doesn't make sense to me either.
Like dark. Like they think it's like dark, right?
I guess so. I mean, I don't understand it either. It doesn't really make sense. But it's just more like, it's just nothing. Like they can't wrap their head around nothing. No. Because nothing is nothing, you know?
Yeah, nothing is nothing.
You can't explain nothing.
Right.
And so the way that I like to explain it is try and see out of your elbow. And they're over here like,
trying to prove you wrong?
Trying to like put their elbow up against their eye. And I'm like, no, like literally just try and see out of your elbow. And they're like, well, I can't. And I'm like, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Good job, buddy.
Good job. You're so pretty.
Yeah. So you get them understanding what that is.
Yes. And then in my left eye, I have no peripheral and no depth perception. So basically peripheral vision, for the people that don't know, it's the outer layer of the eye. So basically I see no above, no below, no side, no side. So like if people are over here doing this, I have no idea, right. You know? And honestly, if they were in front of me doing that, I wouldn't know either, but it's okay. And then depth perception is basically how far something is away from me. So like if I'm reaching for something, sometimes I'll underreach or I'll overreach, you know, like if like my phone's on a table, I'll like,
yeah,
it's really actually a funny sight to watch. Yeah. Because I'm like,
or stepping down.
Steps are my nemesis.
Yes.
And so, and then I see in the little tunnel of vision that I have, I see about 2,500. So wow. I know you're jealous.
Yes, very jealous.
Very jealous.
So you've clearly described cover your right eye. That's what you can't see. There's nothing you can see. Mm-hmm. Then on your left, you have basically a pinhole that you can see through that is
foggy,
really foggy because the cornea
is failed.
Yes. Okay. So not a whole lot of vision that you have.
No.
But yet you are definitely proving everyone out there that you can do anything you put your mind to.
Oh yeah.
But before we get into where you are today and what you're doing in your life, let's take you back to, you've been under anesthesia 25 times. That's a lot.
A lot of surgeries.
Especially
because I'm only 15.
Yeah.
Just turned 15.
Yes. So been under anesthesia 25 times. Can you take us back to your first recollection of a surgery, a doctor's appointment, that moment that you realized that this was going to be part of your life?
Well, I mean, there's not a specific time that I was like, oh, I'm different, It was more just like, I mean, it's sad, but like I was in and out of hospitals my entire life, It was just like, it was just a part of my life,
Right.
It's not like it was one without the other. It was just there, you know. It was like it was a part of my life.
You don't know any different. I don't like your vision, right?
Exactly. Like with my vision, though, it's more people are like, "Oh, I feel so bad," you know, like you can't see, and I'm like, "Why do you feel bad?" You know, like it's more like I'm confused. I'm like, "Why do you feel bad?" Because like I don't know any different, you know. Like it's like it really, I don't know any different, you know. It's not like I had perfect vision and now I don't. It's literally, this is my perfect vision, right? You know, because this is my vision. This is all I know.
You're not a victim, you're a victor.
I'm not. No, exactly. Because like either things happen to you or they happen for you, you know. And like if you have the mindset of, oh my gosh, this happened to me, I'm like so mad, or you can have the mindset of, this is God's plan for me, and I have to accept it or just let it defeat me, you know? And like, I mean, you have to make that decision every single day.
Right. And it makes me think of, I know it's your favorite verse and it's one of mine, but for I know the plans I have for you.
I love this verse. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future.
Right. And what an amazing,
oh my gosh, that's the verse I live by.
Life verse, right? Yes. Like for you, and the fact that you are not a mistake.
Well, exactly. I have a lot of verses that I live by, but that's definitely like my top verse, because exactly, my vision's not a mistake, right? You know, like it's not like, I mean, most people would see it as a mistake. It wasn't like
God was like, oh, you know what, I made a mistake with Finley.
No, because like, I mean, I know you have, but like you guys have probably heard the verse John 9, where Jesus heals the blind man, but like, I mean, I'm not a mistake, you know, like it's, I don't find myself as a mistake at all. Like it's just, this is the way that I was made, and I'm supposed to bring people to Jesus through me. Yeah. You know,
through your story and what you've gone through.
Because I mean, exactly. Because I mean, it's not many people can be like, I mean, I had 25 eye surgeries and now I can see. I was born completely blind. Now I can see, you know? Right. Not many people can say that, you know? Exactly. And I get to bring people to Jesus through my story. Right. And so, I mean, that's just the way that you have to think of it. And it's, again, things either happen to you or they happen for you.
Right. And obviously that scripture, Jeremiah 29:11, definitely says, for I know the plans I have for you.
It's not like I kind of know.
Yeah. He knows them.
He knows.
So no mistakes here. No. And no coincidences. So, okay. So you've been under anesthesia 25 times. You've had multiple surgeries. You have sight only in one eye. And in your right eye, how did you lose your right eye?
I lost my right eye to glaucoma whenever I was 2.
And what does that? So what does that mean? Lost.
Oh my gosh! It's not like I lost my eye and I can't find it. Okay. Now then, that has happened before. I have lost my prosthetic too many times. It's actually really sad. Yeah. But this is a prosthetic, and I lost it to glaucoma. I mean, it got too high and I lost it.
So obviously, losing your right eye, you don't really have a whole lot of recollection of that because you were so young. Yes. But not that long ago, you almost lost all vision in your left eye. Can you take us back to that day?
Yes. Okay. So I had gone to bed the day before Halloween, and I went to bed with, not perfect sight, but to me, it was perfect. You know, I was like, oh, this is great. I went to bed with perfect sight, and I woke up only being able to see colors, shapes, and lights. So sort of kind of like what I see right now. But to go to bed with better vision than what you wake up with is terrifying, especially from that big of a jump, Oh,
in such a short time period.
In such a short time period. Like I opened my eyes, and I'm like,
you can't see.
I know, exactly. Like that's terrifying, especially because I was only 12. Like that's, even at any age. I mean, I think that a grown man would wake up and scream.
Yeah, right. Right. So you wake up, you can't see. What happens next?
We go to a bunch of different specialists in Texas. We went, because we had thought it was my cornea, because my cornea was in failure. Like, even before, I lost my vision, my cornea was in failure, because I've had that cornea since I was 3. Mm-hmm. And so we all thought it was my cornea. Every single doctor that I went to was like, yeah, it's her cornea. Yeah, it's her cornea, and
just reaffirming over and over again.
Yeah, very much. But we didn't have peace about it. Now we know it's the Holy Spirit. Yeah. Even then we knew it was the Holy Spirit, but we never felt a peace of going in and having another cornea transplant ever. I never felt that peace. My parents never felt that peace. And you never want to go into a surgery not at peace.
That's right.
Because, that's just how.
That's great advice.
Yeah. So we went to a cornea specialist in Emory in Atlanta, Georgia. And she was a pediatric cornea specialist. And I was there, and, they were looking at my eye. And the good thing about this, though, was that this person had never seen my eye before, you know? So it's not like we went into this and they had seen my eye over the past my entire life, you know? It was just that we went in and we were like, tell us what's wrong, you know? And so he was looking at my cornea, and my cornea had always obviously been in failure because like you can clearly see it. But like he was looking at my tubes, and this was a fellow. He was looking at my tubes. He was looking at like
your overall health.
Health of my eye. And he was looking at my glaucoma tube, and he was like, uh-oh. And that's basically what he said.
I remember.
He goes, oh. And I was like, what? You never want to hear uh-oh. No. And so he goes and gets the doctor and is like, come on, you got to come in here, you know? And she looks at my eye and she sees that my tube is exposed.
What does that mean?
So basically, there's a tube, and then there's like a patch over it, and the patch basically protects the tube from getting infected, from, you know, if I got hit in the eye, it wouldn't like damage it, you know, like that kind of thing. And so it was exposed, and that is like major, like that is not good. Like you do not want to have
because you could get an infection.
Yes. And so if I went and I would have had the cornea transplant, I would no longer have any vision.
Right.
We had emergency surgery. We left Emory and we went to Duke, had emergency surgery, and the doctor that put in my glaucoma tube, took tissue from my right eye and sealed my left eye's tube, which that's really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool that she used your own tissue.
Yeah, so then it wouldn't reject, you know, like, I mean, your body doesn't want something foreign.
Right. But
Very rarely does it reject something that's your own.
Right. But that's also putting, you know, you under with now having to have tissue taken out of your
and especially
right
because,
eye
you know,
and your left eye.
Yes, that was definitely very hard. That was probably one of my more painful surgeries.
Yes.
It definitely was my most painful surgery because in my mind, I didn't understand. Like, I mean, 12 is still so young, you know, and I was like...
And you're 15. You just turned 15, but okay, let's just be...
But whatever. Yeah. At 12, I was young.
Right.
You know, and I didn't understand why I had to be in pain in my right eye if I'm not even going to get the vision back. Right. You know, I'm like, well, why are you doing this? You know, like, I don't want that. And then you had
to have patches in both eyes.
Yeah, and I had to have patches on both eyes, which... It didn't really bother me that I had to have patches, like, on my right eye, because, like, I couldn't even see out of that eye. But, like... It was more the pain of it. Like, it was a lot of pain.
So you come out of that surgery, and is now everything miraculously better?
You would think. No. So then we come home for about 2 months, and then my pressure in my only eye skyrockets. And so basically that means that the fluid in my eye got really high, and my one tube couldn't drain it fast enough. And
the one that they just repaired, by the way.
The one that, yes. That is correct. It wasn't going fast enough, so the pressure was still so high, and I was on the highest glaucoma eye drops you can be on. I was on like 5 of those a day, and then I was also on oral medication. So that's like basically, that was awful. Yeah. Like that was like those few months of being on that oral medication was. I literally couldn't do anything. I couldn't go to school. I was homebound. Like, right. I couldn't go to school. I couldn't, like...
Do any kind of
I couldn't do nothing. Like, I could barely get up, you know? Yeah. Like, my body was in so much pain.
So how did you make it through that time?
I had, obviously, my faith. I'm very grounded in my faith. Mm-hmm. And then also I had a great team. Like, I had a great team of doctors. I had a great team of, like, friends and family. Yeah. And the power of prayer, like, oh, my gosh. The power of prayer is literally, like, what keeps you going, you know? Right. Like, I had so many prayer warriors praying for me.
So you get through that, make it to the surgery day, and now you're at Duke again for the second time on your only eye.
This is probably the second most painful surgery I've had.
And then you have another tube put in.
Yes,
this time it's not on the nasal side, it's up above, which you can't see, which is it's a blessing.
Yes.
But it is a more sensitive area.
Oh my gosh.
And so you have this surgery, and what happens?
So my pressure is now perfect. Mm-hmm. For someone with glaucoma, like, because I have glaucoma, but for someone with glaucoma, no one with glaucoma can be like, yeah, my pressure's 7. Mm-hmm. Like, that is a huge miracle. Like, having a pressure of 7 to 12, that's like unbelievable. Yeah. You know? And so that is just amazing. And then the cornea that has, this cornea has been through so much. Like this poor cornea.
Yeah.
Because it's been through all the surgeries before, I was from 3 to 7, and then my 2 surgeries back to back whenever I was 12, and this cornea was just tapped out.
Yeah. Tapped out. He said, I'm done.
I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel. And so I had another cornea transplant, and we thought that this was going to be a perfect time to have a cornea transplant because, at that point, I wasn't doing any major sports, at that point, I wasn't completely, I was more training for tryouts for competitive cheer. Okay. And so I was not any huge commitments. Yep. And my pressure was perfect. So we were okay, right now is the perfect time. And it was the beginning of summer, which does suck because I couldn't swim and stuff, but it was more an off season. Right. So I went in and I had a cornea transplant, and it was good for about 6 months. Right. And then it started to fail again.
So you have this cornea transplant, and, I remember you were very, you really wanted this cornea transplant.
I did.
And you were a big part of the process in making this decision. Yes. Why then did you want the cornea transplant? I
think it was just so much had gone on. My vision was really bad, and I just, in my mind, because I was just I really want to see, and that it was just a big, I guess vision was more important to me than what it is now for me, Yeah. I also didn't know Braille whenever I was that age. I didn't have those. But you also were at a stage where you were kind of figuring things out as far as you had tried basketball, you had tried soccer, you're a very athletic girl, but you hadn't found my passion.
Your passion.
Yes.
And so
that is definitely a huge part.
Was a big part of why you had that surgery, I believe.
I agree. And so I had the surgery, and then it was okay, for about 6 months, and then it started to fail again. With a cornea though, it's not it's an organ, but it's a different kind. You know what I mean? It's not if your heart's going into failure, you only have a few months. It's corneas can be in failure.
For years.
For years, it just depends on how long you want to live with bad vision.
Right.
And for me right now, I don't want to have a cornea transplant.
You don't want to rock the boat at this point.
No, because my pressure's so good. I am in a competitive sport. I want to keep doing my competitive sport because this is my passion. Mm-hmm. I want to be on a world's team. I want to compete at a high level. I want to do these things that I know I am capable of doing. You know? I think that's the difference, that I know I'm capable. Yeah. It's just I have to put all my time into it. And if I have a cornea transplant, I'm out for a year. Yeah. You know what I mean? And cheer is very rigorous.
Yeah. And it disrupts your life. And so you are, obviously making a choice at this point. You had the other cornea for 9 years. 9 years. And so you felt really connected to that cornea.
I did feel very connected.
And to the point that, again, this cornea is before the cornea you have right now.
Yes.
It was a 20-year-old donor.
Yes.
And
I asked my doctor before I go under anesthesia, I go, will you keep my cornea? Can you put it into a tiny little box and give it to my parents? And he was like, this is the doctor that I've known since I was 2 days old. So we're pretty tight. Yeah. And so he was like, sure. I've never been asked that before, but okay. And so he gives me my cornea, and I had a funeral for it.
Yeah, you actually prayed over it.
Oh yeah,
for the guy that gave it to you.
Because it gave me sight for so long that it would just be so sad. It's not waste. Yeah. So why would you throw it away?
Right.
It is, because it was a part of me.
Right.
Absolutely. It gave me sight.
Yes. And so now you have this new cornea. You've obviously made the choice to,
not have surgery,
even though that's not what the doctors are suggesting.
No.
And you are just kind of holding to that. What went in? Obviously it's about your cheer, but how do you make that kind of decision? What are the things that you weigh in that decision? Because that's a pretty heavy decision. You're not seeing well. You're seeing 2,500 where you were seeing 2,100, 20. I say 20/80. I know it's probably not 20/80, but 2,100 at your best, and now you're seeing 2,500. Why? Why would you do that?
Because it doesn't. For me, sight is, yes, it's a huge part of your life. You know, I mean, for the fully sighted, that's what you use, you know?
Right.
Like, that is definitely the more dominant sense. But again, I know my vision, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, I can think of the world in a different way than you guys think of the world. And, like, that's what I mean whenever people are like, oh, I feel so bad for you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you don't have to feel bad for me. Like,
Right.
I just think of a world in a different way, like rain and like the sun, and like I feel the sun, and I can see the sun, but I feel the sun. I feel the rain. I don't see the rain. I feel the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and then also like smells. Like, I take in different things that you guys don't, you
Right.
know? Like, I mean, there's just things like I know you by the sound of your voice. I know you by like the way that your perfume smells and stuff like that. And like, yes, sight is a big part of living, but like whenever you don't have sight, you take in other things that you would have definitely just
Missed out on.
You would have missed out on, exactly. Yeah. And so whenever people are like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you, and I'm like, don't.
Right.
Like, I live in my own little world.
Right.
Like, this is like, and you sighted are allowed in my world. This is my world.
That's right. That's right. So that's such a beautiful testament in who you are.
Exactly. And like, God has made this world. Like, I mean, yes, this world is beautiful, and not just the way of like vision, you know?
Right.
Like, I think that this, I mean, it's just so pretty of like the feeling of the sun on your skin, the feeling of the rain, the feeling of snow, like the sounds, like the wind, like those are all those things that you can take in whenever you don't have sight, you know? Yeah. Something that I want all of you listeners that are watching is go outside and just close your eyes and take in the sounds and the feeling and like the things that you can feel without looking, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's just something like you wouldn't even realize it until you do it.
I think people that have gone through like major challenges, and I'm not saying, you know, because you don't know any different, Finley, you know, your vision and what you see. Obviously, you've gone from 2100 to 2500, which is a significant difference.
Yes.
But that is still like you've always had you've always been visually impaired.
Oh, yes.
So you don't really know a whole lot different.
No.
Right?
No.
But people that have gone through, whether it's, you know, gone through cancer or some disease, or, you know, a kid that's gone wayward, or, you know, there's so many different examples of people that, you know, have gone through major challenges, and they look at life differently. And so you see life differently.
Yeah.
Because your vision is not your first sense that you really use.
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
It's secondary or third because of the fact that you've always just, you know, depended on other senses. Yeah. And so I think people can resonate with that when you've faced challenges, you know, and so I think those people will listen and be like, you know what, I can appreciate what she's saying. Because I have walked through whatever, and I look at things differently. Yeah. So, but you just witnessed it, and you've been a part of that your whole life. And so you appreciate things differently than what other people do until they go through something.
And that's what I mean by the fact that like I might not do the same, like I'm going to do the same thing as you, but I might just do it different. Right. You know, like I'm not lowering my standards. Right. I'm just doing it in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to, you know, as a cheerleader, you know, I know that, you know, you're a competitive cheerleader. You've obviously been flown, you're a flyer, and you're on a elite team.
Yes.
What is that like for you as a flyer, for you as a cheerleader, and as a teammate?
So right whenever I get my routine, I mean, I'm doing that all the time. Like if you look at me, I'm like marking a stunt at all times. And I mean, it's just, again, like I know I keep saying it, but like this is all I know, you know? Like it's not like, I don't know. It's just like, this is all I know. So it's not like I'm doing cheer with a visual impairment. I'm doing cheer. Right. You know? Yeah. Like this is just what I do, you know?
But it's hard for somebody that is like myself. I mean, I'm your mom, but it's hard for somebody that's visual to conceptualize that how you do it.
Yes. Okay. So to kind of explain is that like, I mean, the mat is not that big, you know? Yeah. And I'm in the air always. Like, I mean, I do one tumbling pass, which is a standing tuck. Yeah. And then I go straight into all my stunts, you know? And so, like, I can't really, I mean, if my bases are in the wrong spot, then that's on them. But I'm in the air, you know? Like, if they're not in the wrong if they're in the wrong spot, I can't be like, hey guys, move over.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Where are
you?
if we're not, I don't know. And so, I mean, there's been, in my elite stunt, oh my gosh, this is so funny. In my elite stunt, I go from the corner of the mat and I run in and I jump into their arms on my right side. And then they flip me.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
It's honestly not even scary for me. It's more scary for my bases. They're like, oh my gosh.
I better be in my right spot.
I know. And it really isn't as hard as what you would think, but I don't know.
Do you think it has to do with the fact that you have such a high, like you're so faith-filled? I mean, your spirit is, just, you love the Lord. You've experienced miracles. You've experienced, his faithfulness.
Yeah.
Do you think that plays a role in like you having the ability to trust and have faith in your bases?
Definitely. I think that, I don't know. I just think that, Jesus is holding me up too. You know, it's not just my bases.
There's an extra person.
There's an extra hand, holding me up. And I imagine that whenever I'm flying.
Yes. Okay. I love that. Like that's like, and he is. He is there.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite stunt that you do right now in cheer?
So, okay, that was my elite stunt, the one where I run in, but my favorite stunt is my max stunt. So they put me up, I'm at extension like this, and I'm on one foot, and I do a bow and arrow. We'll put in a video in. But I do a bow and arrow, and then I let go, and then I come down, and then I do a double down, which is where they throw me, and I twist twice.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
It is really cool to watch. So obviously your bow and arrow, we've talked about your faith, and God has obviously gifted you with a skill set that's, that you can't really teach. I mean, you are the most flexible flyer of any, flyer that I've really seen. I mean, there's a few flyers out there that I would say are pretty close to you and your flexibility, but it's definitely a God-given thing.
Oh, definitely.
But you also work very hard at it. But yeah, it is a God-given thing. You're naturally gifted. You are very gifted as a cheerleader. You have a lot of fun. You guys compete all the time, and you are literally practicing more than any other sport I know. And I was an athlete, so I know. But you've gone to several competitions this year. You have one or two competitions left, I should say. They just added another one. But your last one's Summit, which is the biggest. But of the ones you've had so far, what has been your favorite?
Kansas City. We won. Oh, yeah.
First place?
Uh-huh.
That was fun.
That was super fun. Winning's fun in general.
Yeah, winning is way more fun.
Winning is way more fun.
So we've talked a lot about competitive cheer.
Yes,
but you also
I could keep talking about that.
I know, you're so passionate.
Yes.
But you're also a stunt. You do stunt,
I
and
do.
You're getting ready to try out for your high school team and school.
I am.
So tell us a little bit about stunt, and then let's hear a little bit about what's coming up with school.
Okay. So stunt is complete opposite of competitive cheer. Now then there's a little bits of competitive cheer that's in it, obviously with the stunting and the tumbling and the jumping, but it's like with competitive cheer, it's like every single person in your division has a completely different routine.
Yeah.
We all have the same score sheet, but it's a different routine. And with stunt, we're doing the exact same thing, and we're more judged on how sharp we are, how big our performance is, and like if bases move their feet underneath flyers, if flyers are leaning, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have done one season of that, and you're going to do that again. And that's more like what you would do in college, right?
Yes, that's how I'd get my scholarship.
Okay, which you have every desire to do, I know.
do.
You've obviously done a lot with cheer, and stunt is something that you will take on and continue to do because it's what's going to be the way you can go into college and get a scholarship,
and
right?
Yeah.
It's actually one of the fastest growing sports there is. And so I know you have every intention of doing that.
Yes.
But you also have tryouts right around the corner
for
school cheer.
Yes, I do.
Tell us a little bit about what that's going to be like and a little bit about school.
Okay, so for school cheer is definitely a lot different than competitive. I've done, one season of school cheer whenever I was at private school. But it's just a lot different. Like, we're going to have to, learn a bunch of different cheers and, like, do them at basketball games, do them at football games, pep rallies, which I think the pep rallies will be the most, like, competitive cheer because, like, we'll have a routine with, like, everything in it. And so I'm excited for school cheer, though. I think that it'll be a lot of fun, and it'll just kind of, like, make the high school experience a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you you're just speaking of school.
Yeah.
I mean, you are in school,
Yes,
and
8th grade.
what does a normal day in the life of Finley look like at school?
I mean, literally every other kid. It's just I have something called the Monarch, and it is the coolest device you will ever see. It's basically like a computer but in Braille. Like everything's in Braille, and my favorite thing to explore, this is a brand new thing. Like this is like brand new. It was built a year ago, and I'm the only one in the district. Second, 2 kids in the district with it.
Wow.
Yes. Very
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 blessed.
high tech and very blessed. And it's basically, my favorite thing to do with it is it's called tactile graphics, and everything that you guys can see. So I can look up, like, I don't know, a picture of an elephant, a butterfly or an elephant or something like that, and I can feel it, and I can feel what it looks like.
Wow.
It's the coolest thing you'll ever.
That is like, that makes me want to cry, because again, you don't see.
Well, I don't understand what it looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. Like, whenever I first felt the elephant, I was like,
wow, that's what
what?
it looks
I was like, obviously I knew that they had like a big snout and stuff like that, but I was like, well, why are they like so wide? And I was like, you know, like, because I mean, the things that you guys have described me isn't always right.
Yeah. Or we didn't do a great job in describing it.
Yeah.
Because we just, again, as sighted people,
you
just
miss something.
You miss a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, and one thing that I didn't even know that you could see until like a month ago, this is actually really funny, is that I didn't know you could see rain.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could see, I thought you could only feel it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could see rain.
That's crazy.
And I was like, and whenever I was talking to someone, and they were like, well, how do you know it's raining? And I'm like, you feel it. And they're like,
Or you hear it.
Right. And they're like, so you don't see it? And I'm like, you see it?
Yeah. That's so crazy. I mean, that is crazy. So the Monarch could help you feel that?
It doesn't really do that, because raindrops apparently are like really tiny, but I have felt a snowflake on the Monarch. Wow. And I didn't know I knew you could see those more because it gets white onto the ground, but I didn't know like you could actually like see them in the air.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I felt what that looks like, and I had no idea what that looked like, but that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a Monarch. You obviously have some other technology that, I mean, there's so much technology.
So much. I have Meta Ray-Ban glasses. Yeah. Those are super cool. I just got those. They're cool. Like, they're just like, I can ask it like, hey, Meta, read me what's on this. Read me what's on that. What am I looking at? And it'll like explain.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
What, any other cool devices that you use? I know you're learning Braille. But...
Yeah, I actually have a Braille bracelet on.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That was a birthday present.
It was. It says warrior.
Yep.
My
and
name
why does it say warrior?
Because my name means warrior.
And
Fair-headed warrior.
Yep. And you are that, for sure.
Yes, I am.
So obviously there's tons of technology, and there's more technology coming
Yes.
in the future.
Yes.
Your dad always says that there's going to be
a cure for blindness.
And he believes that with all his heart, and I believe it too, that's going to happen. But how would you feel about that, by the way? Like,
if I've thought about this a lot. Like, if I would want to do it, if like that were to happen.
Like a microchip being planted.
I don't think I would. I think I would probably decline it, because people, like, they're always like, well, why wouldn't you want to see, you know? And I'm like, I don't even know if I'd like it, you know? Because I take in the world in different ways, like I said. Yeah. And I kind of enjoy that, you know? Yeah. Like, if that was an option, I don't know if I would. Because I don't know what I'm missing, you know? Yeah. And, like, I don't know what I'm missing. Yeah. And so I don't know.
It'd be a big decision.
Know. It would be a very difficult decision.
And a lot of prayer.
Lots of prayer. Like, that would be a decision that I'd have to make for a while, because I wouldn't just want to go into that. Like, I mean, I know it's coming, and I know it will be here in my lifetime, and maybe I would, but I don't know. Right now, I would say probably no.
Okay. So obviously with school, you have, you're learning Braille, and you're having, all these different technologies that you're having to learn, and you're being exposed to, and a lot of great things that are happening. But, I, as a student that, is visually impaired, and that, has a lot of different challenges, even though they're not really challenges. It's just the way you
Yes.
get around. How has it been in like making friends? What is the craziest thing that you've heard from a classmate?
I'm a very social person.
Yes,
and you can't get me to shut up, actually.
Yeah.
So I don't struggle making friends. I don't struggle like talking to people. Like, I mean, it's just it's my nature.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't struggle with that. But the craziest thing that someone has ever said to me is basically I was in ELAR. I was writing an essay, and my teacher was sitting next to me, and this kid comes up to me, and he was like, he asks, I'm sitting right next to him, right next to my teacher, and he goes up to my teacher, and he's like, so is Finley completely blind or partially blind? And I'm over here like, you could ask me. I'm sitting right here, like over here. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, okay, well, are you completely blind or partially blind? And I go, I'm not completely blind. I can see some. And he goes, oh, really? Well, how many fingers am I holding up? And I go, how many fingers am I holding up?
Oh, how'd that go?
I got in trouble, but, worth it.
Yeah, worth it. So you obviously were, just giving him back what he was putting out.
Yeah, I don't struggle with getting people back. It doesn't hurt me. I'm just like, honestly, it makes me laugh though. Like all these things I've heard thousands and thousands and thousands of times. I'm like, if you're going to say something, could you at least come up with something funny to make me laugh?
Right.
Like, I've already heard these things. You're not original.
Right.
Like, could you at least, I want to laugh. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I go ahead.
Yeah.
Like all these things I've heard thousands and thousands of times. Like how many fingers am I holding up? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? I'm like, you realize that I've heard this since I was like 3 years old, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so,
come on.
Actually, since you were a baby, and we would actually put a fan in front of you that had like lit up, and and we would like be like, watch, she can see, because the doctors were telling us that you couldn't see, and we were like, no, look, she's following it. She sees it. We've been testing you and how what you see and how far can you see and all of that since you were little. Yes. So it's not just at school that ask those questions, it's your parents too.
I know.
But you've obviously experienced a lot, 25 times under anesthesia. You've had more doctor's appointments than you can count. You've lost vision in your right eye. You've lost vision in your left eye.
Yes.
Regained vision, but then lost it again.
Multiple times.
And now you're dealing with a cornea that is in failure, and you're choosing to sit and wait.
Yes.
Which is, not easy for anyone.
No.
So how do you, you've talked about your faith, but how do you get through these decisions in life that, are big decisions, and how do you make new decisions? What does that look like for you?
Lots of prayer. I mean, if you're making a decision without the Lord, then it's not the decision you're wanting to make.
Right.
You always want to, talk to him. And it's just, prayer is such a big thing to me, and just in general. It's just prayer is so powerful, I don't know. That's just always been a big part. And then in every decision, prayer has always been a huge part of any decision.
I agree 1,000% with that statement, that prayer is everything.
Yes.
It's the most powerful thing you can do for somebody. And, I have shamelessly asked for people to pray for you since the day you were born. I didn't care who you were, if you were in a grocery store in line, or you were behind a counter at a Hobby Lobby.
I know.
I asked everyone, and I believe that God hears those prayers. So you have obviously, 4 years of high school left, and then, you got college. What is that going to look like for you? What are you going to be doing in 4 years?
Well, I mean, before then, I'm underage right now, but I want a guide dog. So I think it's the youngest is 15, but I'm pretty sure you have to be 16 to get a guide dog. So 1 more year, and then I want a guide dog. And then in 4 years, I'm going to be in college. I want to go to Texas A&M. And
Giga, my dad and mom are cheering right now, by the way.
I know. I've been bleeding maroon since I was born.
Yes.
But I want to go to A&M, and I want to be a child life specialist. And I want to, a child life specialist, for people that don't know, it's Basically, it's someone that comes in and sits with children that are in the hospital and explains to them what it's going to happen, like before surgery or before an IV or before a shot or stitches or literally any situation, you know?
You have a lot of experience in that.
Yes, I do. And that's what I mean. That's why I want to go into it, is because, you know, I've had a lot of child life specialists, and I've had some that are great and some that are, you know, not very good, and that have told me that something's not going to hurt and then it hurts. And that's not what I want. Like, I don't want a child to trust me and think that I'm telling them the truth and then me lie to them, and then they're never going to trust you again. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be honest. And I'm not going to go into the room and be like, this is going to be the worst pain you've ever felt in your entire life. I'm just going to be like, you know, I mean, it's not going to feel great. I'm not going to lie to you, you know?
Right. So
that's what I want.
Child life specialist. So you have, in your future, you're going to have a dog.
Yes.
Do you have a name?
I have multiple names, actually.
Top 3.
Okay. Pearl.
I love that.
Marlo.
Love it.
And what was my other one? Those were like the top 2.
Okay.
Those were my top 2.
Those are both really cute.
I know.
What kind of dog do you want?
I don't know. I have a very fast pace, so one that's fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And then...
Because you're not a very good guide dog.
I'm not.
No, you're a very bad guide dog, actually. You've run me into multiple
Well,
walls.
I'm not a dog.
I know, but you run me into a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, I have this scar.
Uh-huh.
I have this bump. And you see this scratch in my glasses?
Yeah.
Someone's wall.
Yep.
Yeah. Because she gets distracted very easily.
Well, there's a lot of pretty things out there. I'm
Pretty.
I'm a visual learner, so, you know, it is what it is. But
It's okay.
It's okay. Your O&M specialist would probably be telling you to be using something else besides your mom. But, hey, we'll save that for another day. Okay, so college, A&M, guide dog,
Child life specialist.
child life specialist.
I have a lot of things
Do you
that I want
have
to do.
desire to have kids?
Oh, yeah. But I want to have 2. I don't want any more after that. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't want any more after 2 kids. And then, but I'm going to, except if I have 2 boys, then I'm going to have another one. Because I want a girl. I want a little girl.
You do?
I want a little girl so bad. And I want her to do cheer. And if she doesn't like cheer, then I'm just going to have keep having kids until one of them wants to do cheer. And I'm going to marry someone that's short, so that way my daughter's going to be itty bitty, and she'll be the one that's the flyer, always. I have my whole life planned out.
You really do. But you know what? God's plans are better.
He better not give me some big boys.
Yeah.
I better not get a tall boy.
Yeah. Well, you're tiny, so that'll offset that.
I know.
But, oh man, Finley, I tell you what, the world better watch out.
I know. I have big plans.
Finley, your story is such a powerful story. I think people, when they hear your story, they see courage and perseverance. They admire you for, you know, putting yourself out there and being willing to try anything and everything and not letting anything hold you back. The world is your oyster. You are living proof that no matter what life throws at you, you can overcome.
Yes.
You show that every day through different challenges that you face and the things that you've gone through. We as parents think that we name our children. However, I don't really think that's the case. I think that God already had your name picked out.
Definitely.
And your name means warrior.
Bare-headed warrior. I actually have warrior in Braille on my wrist.
It's just a beautiful bracelet for your birthday.
Yes, I love it.
And so why do you think God named you warrior?
What warrior means to me, and why I think that God named me warrior, Finley, meaning warrior, is because he knew that I was going to have to go into battle a lot, 25 times, and I was going to have to trust that he has me, and he has through it all. And I know for a fact that whatever you are going through, he is with you through it all.
That is beautifully said.
Thank you.
I agree with you 100% that he is with you and he's for you. So who could be against you? So thank you so much for sitting down and sharing your story. I know that, you know, it's hard sometimes to tell your story, but you did it such a great job, and I'm so proud of who you are and what you're doing in your life, and I'm excited to see what God has in store for you next.
For we fix our eyes on what is not seen, because what is seen is temporary, and what is unseen is eternal.